Welcome to the show. I'm Hari.
And I'm Kimi. Today we're diving into a dramatic naval showdown, the Battle of Trapani, fought off the coast of Sicily on June 23, 1266. This was a critical clash in the War of St. Sabas, which pitted the Republic of Venice against the Republic of Genoa.
This conflict originally started in 1256 over access to the eastern Mediterranean trade routes. Venice had established clear dominance in major fleet actions, winning at Acre in 1258 and Setapozzi in 1263. This forced the Genoese to abandon open battle and rely heavily on commerce raiding, like their successful ambush of a Venetian trade convoy at Cesena in 1264.
Right, but by 1265, diplomatic tides turned against Genoa. The Byzantine Emperor Michael VIII Palaeologus expelled the Genoese from Constantinople and sought an alliance with Venice. Additionally, both republics were low on cash and cautious because the French prince Charles of Anjou had just landed in Italy.
In 1266, Genoa planned a major counteroffensive. They prepared 18 galleys and a massive transport ship under Lanfranco Borbonino. Hearing rumors of a huge Venetian force, Borbonino panicked at Corsica and requested 9 more galleys. Little did he know, Venice's fleet was actually quite small, numbering only about 15 galleys under Jacopo Dondulo.
Dondulo was a legendary navigator who supposedly knew every hiding spot the Genoese used. Because Venice was broke, most of his ships were provided by their colonies, like Crete, Zara, and Negroponte. Dondulo sailed to Tunis, burned a Genoese vessel, and captured a pirate squadron from Porto Venere.
He then returned to Messina, where some sources suggest he was reinforced by 10 galleys under Marco Gradenigo. Meanwhile, some wealthy Venetian nobles serving in the fleet got anxious about missing the summer trade convoy to the Levant, so they literally disembarked in Apulia to walk back to Venice overland. Talk about dedicating yourself to business.
Unbelievable. But back to Borbonino, he still believed the Venetians had over 30 ships, so he abandoned his large transport ship and distributed its crew to his galleys to boost their strength. By June 22nd, the Genoese arrived at Trapani and discovered the Venetian fleet at nearby Marsala was actually smaller than expected.
Borbonino called a war council with his captains and advisors, Rinaldo Seba and Bonavia Conte da Noli. The captains had a major concern. They didn't trust their own crews. Many were Lombards and hired foreigners who had been paid by wealthy Genoese citizens to take their places and avoid the grueling life of a galley rower. To keep these unreliable mercenaries from jumping overboard, the council decided to fight in the open sea. But that night, Borbonino completely panicked. He reversed the decision and ordered all 27 galleys to chain themselves together near the shore, sterns facing the beach. To keep his crew from fleeing, he paid local Sicilians a gold Augustaro coin per day to defend them.
When the Venetians arrived on June 23rd, they saw the chained Genoese fleet and instantly recognized it as a sign of terrible morale. Despite a strong contrary headwind, they attacked with terrifying battle cries. After 2 failed attempts, the Venetians breached the chain on their 3rd try, isolating 3 Genoese galleys.
That broke their spirit. The Genoese tried releasing a burning raft to disrupt the Venetians, but panic spread rapidly. The hired crews began leaping into the water and swimming ashore. The Venetians captured all 27 galleys, burning 3 and towing the rest. Around 1,200 Genoese drowned and 600 were taken prisoner.
Borbonino escaped, but back in Genoa, he and his officers were tried for cowardice. Borbonino was hit with a massive fine of 10,000 Genoese pounds to lift his banishment, while his advisors were fined up to 3,000. Captain Ogerio Vaca was fined 1,000 pounds, and all of them had their properties confiscated.
Dondulo returned to Venice a hero and was named Captain General of the Sea. However, he soon resigned after a major dispute with Doge Raniero Zeno. Dondulo wanted to keep hunting Genoese ships, but the Doge insisted on just protecting merchant convoys. He was replaced by Marco Zeno.
Surprisingly, this disaster didn't break Genoa. By August, they sent 25 new ships under Oberto d'Oria into the Adriatic. The war remained a bloody stalemate until 1270, when King Louis IX of France forced them into a 5-year truce in the Treaty of Cremona so they could help with his Eighth Crusade.
It is truly fascinating how these medieval maritime republics operated like massive corporations. The way wealthy Genoese citizens could literally pay substitutes to row for them during a war shows how commercialized their society was, although in this case, it backfired tremendously.
Absolutely. Historian John Dotson noted that chaining the ships together was actually a smart tactical move for a less disciplined crew, because it kept the fleet from getting flanked, but it required the defenders to stand firm, which these hired substitutes had absolutely zero interest in doing.
Exactly. They weren't fighting for national glory, they were just trying to survive. And the Genoese government was very quick to blame Borbonino completely. The official Genoese chronicle, the Annali Genovesi, barely even described the battle, simply claiming the crew's abandoned ship as soon as Venice appeared, probably to protect the Republic's honor.
Indeed, historian Camillo Manfroni argued the government wanted to put all the blame on Borbonino's supposed cowardice rather than admit systemic issues with their mercenary navy. It's wild that despite losing their entire fleet, Genoa could build 25 new ships under Oberto d'Oria in just 2 months.
It shows the incredible industrial power of both Venice and Genoa at the time. Well, that wraps up this wild, fascinating tale of medieval naval tactics, political scapegoating, and corporate warfare on the high seas. Have an absolutely wonderful day, everyone.
This episode is based on the Wikipedia article Battle of Trapani, which is available under the Creative Commons Attribution Share-alike license. This podcast was crafted using artificial intelligence.